brings me to my next question, and I'm intentionally cutting you off.
Go ahead. What's up?
We gonna keep playing or what? What we doing? How's that neck feel?
They don't even know what happened, bro.
Who doesn't know? Everyone knows you broke your neck, bro. I got people in Australia calling me about you breaking your fucking neck on a kickoff tackle.
Man,
you got to, twin. You know what I'm saying? Like, what a great story.
I'll be real, twin. I don't know if I want to play again, though. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I missed out on a lot of bread.
I get
and
it.
As
that
we
shit ain't
both
picking
know,
back up right now.
Nah, hell yeah, it has, because I'm locked in. What's good, y'all? Welcome to Kicking It with Dee, presented by Sleeper, the #1 sports app in the world, Craig. Kicking It comes out every Tuesday, you feel me? What you laughing at? I can't do nothing with this, man. Kicking It comes out every Thursday. Make sure y'all watch, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Subscribe and listen to it wherever you get your podcasts at, and follow us on all the social media platforms. We might follow back. I don't know yet. We might. But anyways, I'm Dee. You feel me? Y'all should know me. If you don't, it's cool. My name's Dee, a.k.a. Deestroying, and I'm here with my dog, my teammate, Punter, Mr. Brad Wing.
And Holder.
That
was important.
Let's not forget Holder.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, brothers. Glad to be here. I'm excited, man.
It's good to be here, man.
Yes,
We're gonna get into it, man. I've never done this podcast and stuff before. I've been on a couple podcasts, but it's exciting to be having my own, you feel me? And who better to have it with than Twin, you feel me?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited, bro. Again, thank you for having me.
Y'all gonna learn more. This man is the most hood Southern Australian I ever met in my life, bro. When he turn up, he be on his Australian, but when he's chilling, he be on his Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 15 years, bro, so I guess I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I just talk. People are like, why do you talk like that? And I'm like, I don't know.
How do you still got your Australian accent, though?
I mean, I was born there.
Yeah, but I was born in Costa Rica, and I don't got no accent.
How long were you there, though?
Until I was 7.
I was 18.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
I don't think it's going to go, bro. I think this is my accent.
Forever.
We're stuck, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is Brad, yo. I'm Dee, a.k.a. Deestroying. YouTuber, social media guy, you feel me, entrepreneur, ex-football player since I broke my neck. And this is our podcast, man. I feel like this is long overdue. I feel like a lot of people come and go with the podcast. A lot of people have been asking me to run a podcast, and I've thought about it, but I've just never had the right circumstance, except for now. We sponsored by Sleeper. We got Brad Wing in the building. We got some cool guests planned for this for the season. And we just gonna run this shit.
And we got to fix that. You're not a former football player.
Nah, chill, bro. Chill. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about the
current football player, but yeah.
Man, so I don't really usually talk about myself, but for the new viewers, the people that don't know me, even the people who have watched but don't know my full story, I mean, I was born in Costa Rica to 2 amazing parents, Donald and Miss Sharon. Shout out to y'all, you feel me? I got 2 siblings as well, older brother, older sister. I think I was a miracle baby, you feel me? A little accident baby.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Like, no way. I was
accident.
born, my older brother is 8 years older, and my older sister is 10 years older. So it's a big age gap between us. And I did the breakdown, bro. My birthday is 9 months after Valentine's Day.
I thought you were going to say, well, yeah.
What you thought I was going to say?
Nothing. Where is your family at, brothers and sisters? Where they live?
My brother just moved to South Carolina. My sister lives in Costa Rica again. She took her kids back there. She wanted to raise them back in, the motherland.
Oh, really?
My parents still live down in Florida. They happy right now. My mom's retired. My dad, I've been trying to get him to retire, but that boy just love work, bro. But he be complaining about work all the time. So I'm like, man, just retire. He's like, nah, I can't do that.
So is there a lot of back and forth between Costa Rica and?
Yeah, my parents was just there literally like this week. I don't go that often because I'm here in America. I travel around for the content, the work, and everything. But I'd like to go back. You feel me? I'm working right now. When I get time to chill, then I go back. I'm actually building a crib out there. So if I ever disappear off the internet, you see this podcast die off, my videos die off. So we moved when I was 7.
To Florida.
Of all places. Bro, what? It was such a culture shock just because I don't know if you understand how third world Costa Rica is. Like,
I don't.
Like we play outside barefooted on rocks. None of the streets was paved, especially back then. My elementary school, bro, it was 1 classroom per grade. So it's like 6, 7 classrooms. Wow. That's it. Yeah. Probably like 15 kids in each of them. Very personal. Like the teachers know my mom, the principal. Everybody knows everybody, bro. And I come to America, I still remember, I will never forget the first day my mom dropped me off at kindergarten, bro. Not kindergarten, 2nd grade. I'm pulling up in the car, bro, and it's this big-ass fucking building with like 3 stories, hella kids
400
walking
kids,
in,
yeah.
shit's fenced in. I'm like, bro, where the she taking me to jail right now? Where am I going, bro? So she dropped me off, bro, and I cried for like an hour straight. The teacher had to come get me. Like, it was just so different. And I knew English. Costa Rica is preferably like a predominantly Spanish-speaking country.
I learned that about you. That
but
was
like,
crazy.
I knew English because I'm part Jamaican as well. So like, there's black people in Costa Rica, and they're all like Jamaican descent.
So Spanish was your first language?
Spanish was my first.
Right.
And then obviously English I spoke with my family, but it's like broken English. It's like Jamaican, like bumba clot, wagwan, you feel me?
Yeah.
So
I speak that shit too.
you don't speak that shit, man.
I remember when we were in Texas for the UFL, and I was trying to communicate with one of the maids, and I was having trouble, and then you
boy
just
said
you
towel,
just
towel.
went,
She's like, what?
you just went full.
I'll be bailing my
Duolingo
friends
on
out.
them.
I'll be bailing my friends out sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I think you did. Anyway, I don't know what you said.
Man, I got you right. You got the towels right.
I did get a towel.
Come on, man. He like, what the fuck? You speak Spanish? So,
fluent.
damn, where was I at? Oh yeah, she dropped me off at school, bro. And it was just a crazy culture shock, bro. Like, I ended up loving it eventually. I ended up making friends and everything. But even learning how to speak proper English, write it the right way, and everything, it took an adjustment.
Bro, I feel like I went through the same shit. Obviously, culture shock coming from Australia to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, you from
Louisiana.
Australia, right? We ain't telling me yet, but you Australian.
Yeah, I was born in Australia.
Melbourne.
Melbourne,
Are you
Australia.
saying Melbourne?
Right. Yeah, we say
Melbourne?
Melbourne. No. That's how you can tell. Like
Melbourne.
Yeah, that's how you can tell you've never fucking been there. It's Melbourne. Melbin is how you pronounce it.
Melbi, Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Like
But so
Melbourne.
I come from Melbourne. I was born and raised there, 18 years. Moved over to Baton Rouge when I was 18. For
Why
really
Baton
the
Rouge?
purpose.
Why Baton Rouge?
So the reason it was Baton Rouge was, in short, we had family friends there. And I came over with the purpose for football, right? I came over to do my senior year in high school and just play football. And that was kind of the end of the plan.
Y'all played back in Australia?
No.
Or- So how you just I just want to play
Well,
ball.
right. So, yeah, I played Australian rules football. So we're kicking a lot. You've seen that, I think. So that sport, it's not rugby. It's called AFL, Australian Football League. And there's a lot of kicking involved. So I've been kicking a ball since I was 5, since I could hold one, really. And then the introduction to American football came through my dad. A lot of people don't know this. He had a short stint in the NFL. He was with the Detroit Lions for a preseason. Yeah.
What? Okay.
In like the early 90s. Bro,
What did he play? What position?
punter.
Oh, what?
He punted. Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
He went over there like at 33, which I was gonna say is old.
No
but
way.
that's how
You
old I am
33 now?
Yeah. So that was where I was the only kid in Australia that knew what American and I didn't even
football
really know what it was. But Dad had he had a bag of footballs up in the garage, up in the roof and stuff. So I remember being like 6, 7 years old and going down to the park with him, or maybe even younger I was, and he would be punting.
Bro,
He would set up the tripod, camera, and I'm just like, well, I didn't really understand it. So that was my introduction kind of to American football. All I ever wanted to do in life was play Australian football professionally. I went to school to be an electrician, found out real quick I ain't doing that. That ain't for me.
That ain't it. My dad an electrician.
I'm not real good with labor. And then so I got cut from my team in Australia, and that was kind of the end of the road there for professional chances. So I was like, shit, I don't know what to do. And then Dad was like, why don't you go over to America, live with our friends for a year? We had just been on a vacation to Baton Rouge like 6 months earlier. So it was all real fresh. And
Baton Rouge is an interesting place to go vacation.
Bro, I'll never forget when I came through LAX with like all my visas and shit like that you have to do an interview there because they just want to make sure everything's legit. And the guy looks at me, he's like, why are you going to Baton Rouge?
Baton Rouge for? What's out there?
And I was like, sports, and he understood. But yeah, it was only meant to be just like 1 year, do my senior high school, come home.
That boy ended up balling.
Yes. Then some things happened that kept me here. I got offered a scholarship by LSU. Okay. And then
off your first year punting?
Huh?
First year punting?
Yeah, out of high school.
LSU? Oh, dang.
Yeah,
okay.
out of high school. I had 3 offers. They were all Louisiana schools. It was Nicholls State, McNeese, and then LSU.
Yeah,
but
that's
then,
a
bro,
no-brainer.
then I got deemed ineligible. After LSU offered me the scholarship, this was crazy. I forget about this part of the story, but it's a massive part of the story because it could have ended everything right there. I got deemed ineligible by the NCAA because when I brought my transcripts over from Australia, they're different, right? So like in Australia, PE class is really like what you guys would call kinesiology or some shit like that. Like you're learning about the body and stuff like that, where PE in America is just like, go fucking play kickball.
Go hoop.
So they were like not giving me credits for shit that I should have got credits for. So we had to hire an attorney, and like LSU, I remember going to meet with Les Miles, and the head compliance lady's there, and she was like, he's never going to be, like, this is never going to work. Like, he's never going to be eligible. And then my dad was not having that. He's like, fuck that. We went and got an attorney and, like, got it all sorted. So that was all sorted. That was all good. And then the other thing was I found me a little Southern girl that I got pregnant. Got married to and got divorced.
First year you was out here? Before you went to LSU or what?
Yeah, first year.
Dang,
6
that
months
boy
in.
worked quick, boy.
Yeah.
Had to lay your roots down.
Shout out baby mama. She's great.
You got your green card off her? Okay, twin. Hey, he had a plan. He just needed a platform.
First, it just was a byproduct of what happened. That was
turned on 90 Day Fiance. I see Brad episode on there.
But I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So it was only meant to be like a year, and then the LSU stuff happened. Had a child, and then was lucky enough to get an opportunity in the NFL that kind of blossomed, and here I am. 15 years later, still haven't gone back home. So I think this is home now.
You ever been, you don't go back to visit or nothing?
I used to at least once a year until COVID happened and that shit got a little crazy. I actually was in Australia March 2020 when shit got real crazy with COVID. And so I quickly came back because I didn't want to be separated from Bentley.
Out there.
Bentley's my son's name. So yeah, that's the last time I've been back. This is the longest time that I haven't been back home since I've been alive, which is crazy. It's tough.
Then I say I've never heard the true story. Like obviously I know you and stuff, but I never heard your full story of how you got here and everything.
I forget about all. I forget about all the stuff at LSU because it was so long ago.
My journey is a little interesting too. I started playing soccer. I always wanted to be a pro soccer player my whole life. Growing up, my dad played a bunch of sports. He was an athlete as well. My brother, he played soccer, so I kind of got my soccer background just following him around. When I was legit, he's 8 years older. I just followed him. Yeah. And then my brother, he'd play with all his friends all the time, and he'd kind of take me out there. We'd play up the street. We'd play pickup games and stuff, and that kind of toughened me up. And I would think about it. I'm, 6 years old, playing with like 13-year-old dudes, 12-year-old dudes. Like, that shit made me tough, and I was really good at soccer. So we came to America. I started playing like rec soccer, stuff like that, and I was just smoking kids. I'd have like 8-9 goals a game. Like, the shit was boring. Like,
you got footage of that somewhere?
Bro. Yeah, my dad got it on the little VHS.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know how to process a recruiting or like playing for a good team is. So my dad was coaching the team at the time. I'm out there just fucking around with the ball, doing bicycle kicks into a net, and this random Haitian dude comes up to me. He's like, hey, what's your name? Where your dad at? I gotta talk to him. And turns out his name was Coach Stanley. I'll never forget him. He was a coach for like a travel soccer team. And he kind of recruited me. He talked to my dad. He's like, yeah, your son's good. I want him on my team and this and that. And I started playing travel soccer, played that for a bunch of years. Still had my pro soccer dreams alive and whatnot. But, you know, I got to high school and that shit all changed.
When did you start playing football?
14. I was 14 my freshman year of high school.
Freshman year, okay.
So the reason I started playing is because, like I said, I played soccer this whole time. We were living with my grandparents.
You off the soccer team? Yeah, that's how it works, baby.
Not even. No. I wasn't playing on the soccer team at the time. So I was living in Miramar, lived there 2-3 years. Then my dad and his dad got in an argument, kicked us out the house. My parents ended up buying a house like 3 hours north. It's a place called Port St. Lucie. Boring ass shit. They want nothing out there at the time. And obviously, South Florida soccer competition is a lot better than up there. There was nothing out there. It's like a retirement town, basically. Houses was cheap, so my parents got some. So 3 times a week, my dad would drive me 2.5 hours down south for like practice and shit like that. And eventually he's like, look, son, like, I love you. I believe in your dreams, but my boy, we can't keep doing this. So I ended up finding a team local, and they was just trash, bro. They weren't good. And I think the last straw I had, I played for about 2 years, and it was easy. I didn't feel like I was improving or nothing. We was scrimmaging the girls' team, bro, at practice. And, like, these 2 girls slid tackled me, bro. And I fell, and I broke my collarbone. And I was already not really having fun and enjoying it. So now I got hurt at practice, and I'm out for, like, at least 6 to 8 weeks. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. Like, this shit not fun. Like, I told my dad I want to quit soccer. I don't want to play no more. And like, he's like,
girls is too tough, Dad.
Bruh, hey, you know, girls mature a little later, a little earlier, so they was bigger, bruh. I didn't hit my growth spurt till later on in life. But long story short, I met my next door neighbor. His name's Troy. I was outside, I had a hoop by my house, and he was hooping on my shit outside. And I'm like, who the fuck this little kid is hooping on my goal? You feel me? So I went and talked to him. He ended up being cool, and he played like flag football and shit. So we started high school together. He went out to the team. He's like, bro, just come out. You at the crib bored after school. You ain't doing much. Just come out, try out. It's like, nigga, I've never even watched a damn football game in my life. I don't know how this works. You expect me to go out there and smack people and hit people? No, I'm good.
Somebody got blown up by these two soccer girls.
For real. He ended up convincing me, and I did it. I went out to try out as receiver. That shit did not go well at all, my boy.
Really?
Nah, because, bro, I didn't really have, like, hands or nothing like that.
And it was probably fun,
I
too.
I didn't know what a slant route is. I didn't know nothing, how to line up, like, nothing. It's not
like that no more. That boy be running routes now.
Yeah, I'm like that now. I'm like that now. So, ended up trying out, and then at the end of practice, coach was like, oh, who know how to kick a ball? Because we need a kicker. We don't got nobody. And, like, all my little friends and shit, they knew I played soccer. Like, oh, Donald know. So I ended up kicking, and he was like, yeah, we ain't even going to show you to the varsity coach because he going to try to take you up. So I ended up being a JV kicker for 3 games, and I got moved up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Because, bro, in practice, they had the varsity kicker. I'd beat him out all the time. We do kicking competitions versus each other. At the end of practice, coach would be like, all right, we're going to line me up versus the other guy. Whoever missed first, then they team got to run sprints.
You love that shit, though, bro.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
That shit.
So you feel me? I held it down, made all my kicks, and he ended up transferring, bro. He was like, yeah, this young nigga coming from my spot. So he ended up transferring. Kept playing, kept doing my thing. I still didn't really know much about recruiting because, 1, nobody taught me. 2, my parents didn't know. 3, I was in a city where, shit, nobody really makes it out of there. We've probably had like 3 people maybe playing the league. Maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
From
we
the
had
school or
Albert Wilson, just the area.
Yeah.
Albert Wilson, Jamie and Sherwood, he went to Jensen Beach, and then Khalil Mack. So we had some decent people. They was from the area, but
Did you find it easy kicking the football from a soccer ball? Like there wasn't much.
It's just very technical, I feel like.
The football.
With soccer, you just hit the ball.
Yeah.
Like with football, you have to take steps back, steps to the side. You got to follow through a certain way. Like if you hit the ball too high, it's going to take off certain places and whatnot. So it's funny because in high school, my junior year, I did this little spin kick with my feet where I spin the ball and it spins up and I kick the field goal. And it started going viral on like Twitter and all this shit. And it just started off as just like an equipment manager on the team seeing me do it. She said, hold on, I'm going to record you. And I just posted the video and it ended up doing numbers. So that's kind of when I figured out like, hold on, I could mix this social media stuff with like the sports stuff I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm over here at practice. The team is on the whole other field doing stuff. I'm here on the field by myself working on my craft. Like maybe I could, do something. And I was already doing social media. It's a whole nother story, just doing skits and shit with friends, gaming and stuff. So I knew how to work a camera. I knew the basics of social media. And kind of there is where I married it with sports.
Yeah.
So anyways, I ended up getting an offer to UCF because I went to one of their camps. It was like a position camp. And I heard about it. It was like an hour and a half up the street. So
no other kickers there?
I think it was one more kicker, but he was trash.
Yeah.
So I went out there and I was kicking, and the head coach saw me kicking. He's like, man, you got a leg on you. Where's your dad at? I want to talk to him. Talk to him. He's like, man, I like your son. I'd love for him to be a part of this program, this and that. And at first he offered me a walk-on spot. And in my head, I'm like, all right, that's cool. It's up the street. Maybe I could get some student loans or something. And probably like 4 weeks later, head coach come to visit me at my school. I'm like, hold on, you ain't visiting me for no walk-on shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he takes me to the side. He's like, listen, I know I told you, like, I want you to walk on, but when you get here, first day of fall camp, I'm going to put you on scholarship.
Yeah.
And, like, everything's going to be paid for. He did.
Yeah,
and, like, I don't know how the technicalities of that stuff work. I know there's ins and outs of scholarships and how you could give them and stuff, but he said, you can't really say much. You can't say I'm getting offered, I've committed, or none of this. Just show up first day of camp, and I'm going to put you on scholarship.
Oh, yeah, that shit sounded sketchy.
I know. But, hey, he came through. I ain't going to lie. He came through. So I got put on scholarship, and then that's where my kind of UCF story began. All right, boys, it's time to pay the bills. A word from our sponsors. Sleeper is the best way to experience and connect over sports together. It's a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on games in real time with other users, bro. Get the fastest scores and blazing fast news and alerts right at your fingertips. You can play in fantasy leagues and win real money in picks contests, so you can enjoy sports the way they're meant to be, together. Make sure y'all download the #1 sports app in the world today, not tomorrow. Today, click that link down below, and let's get back to the podcast.
I remember that. The first time I seen you was with that whole debacle.
That was like my
fucking
sophomore
NCAA.
year.
Yeah.
My whole college
But then you were
career
done, right?
was-
Because you obviously
yeah.
chose YouTube and left.
did.
And then from there, I obviously saw you all over social media. And then, as I
From
said,
there, I went to the CFL for a little bit.
I remember
It
that and
was-
then left,
this shit was
right?
weak,
Everybody
yeah.
gives you shit for that.
They kind of clout chased me a little bit, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's a story for another day.
Now, it was cool for me because from my point of view, right, like obviously the first thing I
Yeah.
saw was this kid's getting kicked out of school, NCAA's bringing the hammer down on him. And then I think, you know, I have an 11-year-old son. He wasn't 11 back then. But I think I saw a video you did like with the Panthers or at a Panthers thing with Cam Newton was there. And like and then you started popping up at just events and shit. And then I think we followed each other on social media. And then, yeah, obviously with Bentley, my son, like, his friends, you came down to games in Baton Rouge and shit. I remember being at my son's practice last year and all the kids, Deestroying's coming to a game. And then last year we ended up being on the same team, which was fire.
The Brahmas, man.
That was fire.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
After I left college, my whole situation went down. It was sketchy as hell. Because I was doing my content. I'm thinking, all right, I'm smooth. My coaches is rocking with it. Like, they think it's cool. They're like, bro, this is going to be dope to look back on. It's memories that we could show our families and kids and stuff. So I'm thinking they rocking with me. And then I made like 2 bands during the summer. Once I realized I could monetize it, I made 2 bands, bro. In 3 months, I made $2,000.
Yeah.
NCAA's like, hey, man, are you getting paid? I try to lie at first, be like, nah. Then they're like, if we find out you're getting paid, like, you're violating NCAA rules, your team's going to have to forfeit every win because they had a pro player on our team.
So for those that don't know, the NCAA rules used to be like you couldn't promote anything. Like if there was any video that you had that was out there,
you had
shit
on.
as far as your clothes, anything in the background, if there was any kind of branding, they would come and, bro, I remember my son's mother, they're obviously Baton Rouge people. They go to all the LSU games. They have a suite.
Yeah.
Her stepdad has a suite at LSU, right? Who doesn't like sitting in a suite, bro? You much rather sit in a fucking suite, especially at LSU.
For sure.
It's 100 degrees, whatever. So my mom's up in the suite with my girlfriend's family, right?
That's crazy.
Normal. Bro, I get called
crazy.
into the compliance office
That's
and they're like,
crazy.
we need you to provide proof that she is with you for reasons outside of football.
What? How are you even supposed to do that?
And then it got me
How are you
thinking,
supposed
I
to
don't
do
even
that?
know if she is. You know, like,
What?
but she wasn't. She didn't care about
The
football.
rules are always so weird, bro.
But it was just crazy like that. You know what
You
I
couldn't
mean?
even get a job for real because then they'll be like, oh, people come in there and like leave you a tip and
Yep.
sway you in certain ways. Like the NCAA rules for years and decades, they've been fucked up.
Yeah.
So I'm glad
That's why it's
that
good
things
now.
are changing.
I mean, I
now.
wish they'd have fucking done it 10 years ago.
I know,
It'd been
right?
nice.
Boy, I would have been cashing out right now,
What?
boy. What?
Who you think would have made the most money if NIL was forever? College football, let's just say.
I don't know. I don't know too much football history, but people I could think of off the top of my head for sure. Reggie Bush, he going crazy.
I was gonna say.
I think Johnny Manziel probably would have been #1. Cam Newton probably would have ran something up.
Give you a
Tim
name.
Tebow.
Let me give you a name people forget about, bro.
Who?
The Honey Badger.
Oh, Tyrann Mathieu, bro. You just unlocked core memories for me, bro. In
me
high
too.
school, my senior year, we was watching hella of them LSU college Les Miles tapes, bro.
Bro,
Tyrann Mathieu, his sophomore year, junior, all of them, bro.
so we came in together as freshmen.
Yeah.
My locker was here, his locker was there.
Honey Badger.
I tell this all the time. I've never said it on a platform like this. Bro, Tyrann Mathieu, it single-handedly changed my mindset.
For real?
There's
how'd you
no
do
other
that?
person on this planet that changed my mindset more than him, bro. Just because, I don't know, the way he was, bro, it was so like infectious, and he was unapologetically like
It's him.
confident in his abilities. Like he came in as an undersized corner, right?
Yeah.
Little, like you look at him,
Yeah.
you don't double take because you're like whatever.
Okay. This
And
guy.
I remember we were doing the first period of summer camp. We're doing field goal. He blocks the first fucking 5 kicks on our starting
Damn.
field goal team.
Damn.
Yeah. And so
he was a
we
special
were like,
teams
hold on,
demon,
bro.
boy.
Oh, he was my gunner, bro.
He was a special teams
Like everyone
demon.
talks about, like I had a good year, whatever. I got a lot of good accolades, but bro, my fucking punt team, bro.
Yeah.
I would shank a punt, that fair catch. They down there in your face.
I still remember that play. I think it was off a punt where Buddy caught it, and
Yeah,
then Tyrann wrapped him up, ripped
That was
the
my
ball out,
second
and
punt
then-
in college career. It was
What?
against Oregon on D'Anthony Thomas.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
we was in Dallas Stadium. Yeah. So Tyrann, bro, like he was almost like obsessed with getting better. And I had never been around that. Like and he would always be like, man, you got to be the best at what you do. Right. And so I took that so to heart. And from that point on, I'm like, I want to be the best punter ever.
Yeah.
I want my punts to impact the game, this and that. I mean, yeah, just being around Tyrann, being in a close proximity to him, anybody that was in those rooms back then, you know what I'm talking about.
Bro, that was
like,
my favorite player growing up, bro.
Bro.
Like, bro.
he said to the team one time, bro, and this is when everyone knew, like, bro, this dude's different. Like, he was like, man, y'all gotta. He was kind of just giving us a little pep talk or whatever. He's like, man, this shit gotta mean stuff to y'all. Like, this shit's on my mind 24/7. I be with a girl. I'm talking about cover two. Or whatever. Like I'm thinking about making plays, and I'm like, man, that shit crazy. But that is him, bro. And like you obviously see what he's done with his life, and I'm a big fan of that dude, bro. But yeah,
Mid-stroke, that boy talking about cover two when I got on this coverage.
Yeah, talking about blitzes and shit. But he is responsible for a lot of, I think, people's success that went through LSU at that time, just because that mindset was everything, bro.
Talk to me about when he went through his stuff too, because I know that was crazy.
Yeah,
like Patrick Peterson took him in and whatnot. Yeah, bro, y'all had a crazy squad to begin with. Y'all have had some athletes.
Back in 2000, and I think it was 11 or 12. You just type in LSU football team bar fight shadies. Okay,
go ahead, type it in on another tab.
You ain't gonna have to look
right
hard.
now.
This shit was national media, bro.
What?
If you,
I don't remember it happening. What year was it? 2015?
Yeah, no, 2012.
Oh yeah, no, I was too young at the time.
Our quarterback was Jordan Jefferson, Justin Jefferson's older brother.
Yeah.
Long story short, I will not get into details, even though statute of limitations is passed. We'll get into the details later. It was the last night of training camp. The next day was our last day of training camp, right? We all broke curfew. It's 85 of us out at a bar in Baton Rouge. It's 1:30 p.m. They playing Set It Off by Boosie. Bro, if you know.
They playing an anthem.
The fucking tension in that place was insane. And then, you know, long story short, without getting into it, we got into, well, there was a massive, biggest fight I've ever seen in my life. Big parking lot brawl. Made national news. Police got involved.
He was out there throwing?
It was crazy. It was crazy.
He didn't even answer. He was crazy.
It was crazy.
Statute of limitations, bro. You good? You
yeah, nah, we'll get in. I need to talk to a lawyer before we talk to this on here. But yeah, it was. I never forget, bro. We went to the cafeteria the next morning for breakfast at like 7, and there's all the news vans
People
out there.
Yeah.
So we got caught, bro. The coaches knew. We pulled up to the stadium.
That's the worst. You dip out past curfew. You ain't make it back.
And I got my ass beat too. I had a blood lip, so I pulled up to practice, blood lip. It was the last day of training camp. Like I said, as soon as we get in there, practice canceled, get on the line.
It's over.
Bro, we ran for fucking hours, bro. Yeah, that boy
was in the best shape of his life, boy.
Yeah, that was
with
rough.
a broke lip too.
Yeah, it was rough. We'll get into that more.
After LSU, how'd your NFL journey go? Because if you guys didn't know, he played in the NFL, played for a few teams, Giants, Steelers.
Yeah, so
Steelers.
Yeah. LSU, damn.
And how was even like the process of getting there? Because I mean,
do you know I got kicked out of LSU?
There. Nah, I didn't know that, bro.
I don't know if I want to talk.
All y'all boys just feelings, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all just doing shit.
Me leaving LSU was like I had planned on leaving that year anyway to enter the draft. But that's not how it kind of went down in reality.
Bro? See, I'm getting to know you. Y'all are hearing this for the first time. This is my first time hearing it as well. So,
I mean, yeah, I did some things I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I did it more than once, maybe more than twice. 3 strikes.
You don't got to tell us what type of stuff was he doing, bro? What was
Wiz Khalifa.
Okay,
I was listening to a lot of Wiz Khalifa back then.
I mean, I'm sure you could say you was smoking weed on here.
That's what I said.
Okay. You was smoking
and that
weed.
was big no. Anyway, so yeah, I had to leave LSU. I didn't really have a choice. like I said, I was planning on doing it anyway because I had been playing well. There wasn't that many punters in my class, so I felt good. I went to the combine and stuff like that. Had the thing that did fucking hurt me, obviously, is I just got in trouble a month
so
before.
Thinking, is this guy a liability? Is this guy?
And like you said, Tyrann, Mathieu had a lot of people had their shit at LSU, right? Tyrann's was public.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at the combine, bro. And for those of you who don't know how the combine works is you have individual meetings and then you have kind of just like big meetings where there's 3 massive tables. Each table has like 10 to 12 people at it. And it's all the special
team,
it's all the special teams coaches and all the special teams assistants. So I'm sitting there around the big table just getting grilled. I don't know who he is. He fucking worked for the Packers, bro. He was the Packers assistant coach. This fucking dude, bro. I don't know who you are, but I hope you're fucking happy, bro. This man sitting there, everyone's like asking questions and shit, like legit questions. He goes, so I heard you were supplying weed to the whole LSU football team, which is not fucking true. I promise you it's not true. He's like, yeah, I heard you was giving the honey badger his weed and shit. In front of all the other coaches and shit. And I'm just like,
what?
I instantly go red. I'm sweating. I'm freaking out. Yeah, I'm like, fuck no.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Not true, obviously.
He was, he was either a narc-ass dude or he trying to just test your mental strength and see what you gonna say.
Bro, once I was in the NFL for a little bit, like I found out that those coaches, like they do that for fun.
They try to, they try to break you down. They try to
do that for fun.
See what you do under pressure, you feel me?
But I got kind of sidetracked. You was talking about the NFL. So out of college, I fully expected to get drafted.
Yeah.
Like all the projections said I was gonna get drafted. I felt really good where I was at amongst the class that I had.
You had people at your house, bro?
Yeah, a couple. Bro, the fucking Vikings, right? So they came down, did the visit with me. I met with them at the combine. They told me, bro, they had Chris Cluey at the time. They're like, he is not going to be our punter. We want you to be our punter. We just drafted Blair Walsh last year. So I don't know if the GM's going to give me another pick this year. He calls me the day before the draft. He's like, got the green light.
We good.
We good. 5th round. Boom. So I'm fucking telling mom and dad, like,
I'm finna go to the Vikings.
I'm holding my son. Yeah, we're buying Vikings hats.
Is that how it usually works? Because obviously I've never been a part of the draft process.
Yeah, but you see people getting the phone call and shit, right?
That's not the first time they...
No, so I didn't know either, really. I'm like you. I'm just thinking I know what's going on. So he called me at like 8 a.m. The draft don't start till like 11 on the last day or whatever, whenever it starts, maybe later than that.
Yeah.
So he calls me early in the morning, and I'm like, that's weird. I thought they called you like when the pick was in or whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever, he told me I'm cool. I'm a Viking, right? Man, I'm watching the draft and I'm keeping an eye on the pick, bitch. 5th round, next pick, Viking, and I'm like, here we go, Punter, right? So they read it out. They read out the position, the school, and then the name.
Yeah.
So the Vikings pick Punter. My mom and dad. My mom starts crying. UCLA. I said, oh, they fucked that up. And then like Jeff Locke. And I was like,
no way.
Bro, I didn't speak to next time I spoke to the Vikings was like 2 years later when we played against them. I was like,
no way.
Did you lose my fucking number or something, bro? Like,
why do you think that happened?
That's just that's the best introduction I could have had to the NFL. Because that's just the business, bro. Like the biggest mistake people make or think is like it's personal. Like that's the shit I'm dealing with now with the Steelers, the stuff that just happened. But it's just the business, bro. Like and you can't take it personal. You gotta really understand that you're just looked at as a number that can fill a puzzle piece,
and
right?
Just move these things around, see what makes sense.
And they'll tell you whatever when you're sitting in front of them. Yeah, I mean, so that was a really good introduction to me because I know guys that were like drafted 2nd, 3rd round, and they're the guy, and they're like made sure everything's okay, and then that shit starts to happen to them like 5 years in, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
which it is weird. Like you be at like an organization for 4 or 5 years and you get to know everybody, the cooks, the janitors, everybody, and people are asking you about your kid and shit like that, and then you get cut and it's just like,
it's over.
Yeah.
It's on to the next.
So my first team out of college was when I didn't get drafted. That'll happen. Great. Now I'm undrafted. I signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. Ended up not winning that job. So my first year I didn't have a job.
What you thinking at that point in your life? Like, are you trying to figure out what else you could do?
I shouldn't have been listening to Wiz Khalifa so much. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I was like, well, fuck. I mean, I'm all the chips are on the table. I can't like and that's still how I feel. Like this is my thing, bro. I've dedicated a lot to this. I uprooted my entire life, moved from Australia here, and so at that point I was like, fuck. But I was punting good, and what saved me is I'm a left-footed punter, so a lot of people won't know, but like if a team, the majority of the punters in the NFL are right-footers. There may be a handful of left-footers. So when a team is playing a lefty, what they'll do is they'll bring someone in just for that day so they can get like lefty reps. So, bro, I flew to like 12 different teams right after getting cut. 12 weeks in a row.
And that's good because they can see what your leg does as well.
Yeah, it keeps my name out there. The coaches were out there. So I did really well. That resulted in me getting – I had the Bills, the 49ers, and the Steelers at the end of that year that I basically had to choose. You know, they all were interested in me signing there. And the Steelers told me that, you know, I had a really good chance to be the guy. The other two, I had to, like, win the job. The Steelers kind of were giving me the keys. And so I went to Pittsburgh, was there for a year, got traded to the Giants, reunited with my college roommate there, OBJ. Which was fire.
That's how I first found out about you. I always used to watch Odell stuff, bro.
Yeah, who's this fucking...
OBJ he just changed the whole generation. Nigga, I dyed my hair blonde. I got the mohawk because of that motherfucker. I was doing dances and shit because of him. So.
It was crazy, like, because like I said, we were roommates in college, and seeing...
He basically, came up with a rock star, bro.
Seeing him, like, it's just funny to watch, right? Yeah. Like, yeah, it's because I don't think...
He didn't have the juice like that at LSU, though, did he?
Nah. Not until he's gonna laugh.
The catch is what?
He gonna laugh at this because he knows it's true, but I had more juice than him at one point. He probably don't remember that. He scrubbed that from his memory.
He's like, nah,
but it was when I did that little touchdown shit.
Wing. He's got a blocker in front. Rainey is back. No good. Touchdown.
But he's I think it was sophomore or junior year, bro, when he was doing them he'd catch the kickoff
and stuff.
And then he had a game where he like returned a punt, returned a kick, had like 300-400 yards. I mean, bro, I always knew as soon as he came in to practice, like he was a freshman, came in early in the summer, he won like in the summer you're doing like a lot of conditioning drills. He's winning everything, bro.
It's like mat drills.
He fucking won everything. Damn. Like he's killing shit. And then obviously you've seen him run routes and shit. I just noticed his energy. Like this motherfucker was always bouncing around. Yeah. No swag. He gonna hate this.
No swag.
Nah. He gonna hate that.
He had the low cut back then.
That boy came in. This was before baggy jeans was back in. He was wearing baggy jeans back when skinny jeans was the thing. I had to get him right. But no swag. But he good now. He in GQ and shit now. So but no, I just noticed his energy, man. Good energy and yeah, so I ended up being reunited him in New York, which was
yeah, what was that, bro? That's when he really, really took over.
Yeah.
After that catch.
It was crazy, bro. Imagine like your best friend, right? You're in college together. And me and him every Sunday night used to go and sit there's a bench right out front of Tiger Stadium. Yeah. And we get a pack of Black and Milds.
Yeah, we used to smoke them blacks in college.
And we would smoke them blacks looking at the stadium and just talk about maybe one day going to the NFL and winning Super Bowls and shit like that. And that fucking dude has done everything he said he was going to do.
Crazy.
Like, so it's been I feel very lucky to have been able to watch it from such a close point of view.
That's crazy. He changed everything.
I knew because, like you said,
motherfuckers would try to catch one-handed. Odell.
Whenever my people in Australia reach out to me about people, I'm like, okay, they're doing something. Yeah, they're doing something over there.
Hey man, quick question for y'all. Have you ever heard of the Sleeper app? Well, they're a partner and our sponsor of today's podcast. Here's the deal. It's more than just a platform for season-long fantasy leagues. This year, millions of users enjoyed playing fantasy sports on Sleeper, but the app offers so much more. Live stats, which are real-time updates and visualization on all the stats going on. News feeds, you get lightning-fast updates on your favorite players and teams. Real-time chat, you get to enjoy with other users about individual plays and, of course, performance during the NFL and NBA season. Download the #1 sports app today and experience it for yourself. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. Click that link below, download Sleeper, and let's get back to the podcast. My kind of football journey obviously is nothing like yours. I first started playing high school. I didn't even think I was going to make it to the league. Obviously, I had hopes and dreams, but I could have never imagined myself getting drafted I still ain't go to the league, but, you know.
It ain't over.
It ain't over, but it might be.
No, it ain't.
It might be. We're going to talk about it. Then I got to college, and bro, my first year, we were terrible. We was the worst team in college football.
Really?
We were 0-12, my boy. We was terrible.
See, that builds character, though.
It did. Nah, it did. It did.
I didn't lose till I got to the league, and I didn't know how to lose, and that's probably why I got cut from the Giants.
I learned very well how to lose, boy. I learned very well how to. Even in high school, it was garbage. I probably won in high school maybe like 5 games in my whole career.
We didn't lose in high school.
And in college, I won 6 games my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Then freshman year, 0-12, bro. We had a terrible coaching staff. This dude, George O'Leary, which I'm grateful for him because he gave me the opportunity, but he was like a dictator, bro. Like, he'd make niggas cut their dreads off if they was too long. You got to shave your face. There was no names on no jerseys because we're not individuals. Like, if he's coming down the hallway, bro, and you're walking in that direction, you're going to turn around and walk the whole fucking long way just to get, you feel me? So we ended up going 0-12.
It's amazing what coaches can do, bro. How quick the wrong coach can make you fall out of love, or how quick the right coach can draw you to something.
So since we did so bad, he ended up getting fired, and a whole new staff came in. And, like, it was Scott Frost at the time, and I didn't know who he was, but they were saying, you know, he won a national championship at Nebraska. Like, he was like that. And he came in, first meeting we had, like, he was just cool, bro. The staff he introduced us to was cool. He's like, listen, y'all, I heard how things were with your old coach. Like, I'm letting y'all know this is a complete 180. I'm a player's coach. Like, I want you to have fun, have personalities, be yourself. This game is not – you don't perform your best if you're not having fun. Right. So,
yeah,
even with the video shit, I was doing videos my freshman year, but I wouldn't dare put them shits out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare because I'd probably get kicked off the team because they're like, nigga, you got to focus on ball. We suck right now. But he came in and gave me the green light. I could do all my content. I could film us at training camp. Like, it was crazy. I had my little GoPro on me. I'm talking to coaches and shit like that. I'm like, wow, this is great. So it kind of started up that passion for the filming / football thing for me. I get to show the world like a behind the scenes glimpse. And at the time, no one's doing that.
Yeah.
Nobody's showing off how you practice. No one's showing off how things go behind the scenes of football, this and that. So I'm doing that stuff. It's going well. And then we go through our season. Shit did well. And we were 6-7, actually. We went to a bowl game. But even the bowl game, cause we I mean, I'm grateful because it was a cool opportunity. But UCF is in Orlando. Nigga, they gave us the Orlando Cure Bowl. So we just went down the street to a little resort.
Yeah.
And like you said, you know, niggas is turned up. It's our first time doing something like this. Everybody getting high.
You got the bowl gifts and shit?
Yeah. Everybody getting high. We bring hella weed to the freaking resort, bro. Like,
I'll never forget when they gave us bowl gifts for the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
We got crazy gifts like recliner,
y'all
iPad, and then
y'all
cash.
got dope stuff.
Bro, where do you think that cash went? Boys was shooting dice immediately. Right after that, bro. Immediately.
Yeah. See, now with us, the little Cure Bowl, I think it was the first year. It was kind of weak, so we didn't really get much. We got gear. We didn't get, like, no PlayStations or none of that.
Yeah.
We seen other people getting shit. We like, damn, we need to get better so we can
it
go to
was
a better
like the
bowl game.
Yeah, the bowl game. And back then they said the Cotton Bowl had one of the best.
Yeah,
and that shit was fire, bro.
And see, where I got fucked up at was I got my bowl gifts, and I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel at the time. I just figured out I could monetize my page, so I'm trying to get more subscribers and shit. So I go on Instagram, and I had like 4 pieces of like my bowl gear, like a hat, some shorts, like T-shirts and shit. And I'm like, all right, look, y'all, I'm doing a giveaway. All you got to do to get this gear is subscribe to my YouTube channel, you feel me? And then I'm going to pick 4 people, and I'm going to give this stuff out too. Shit. You had to screenshot the post. Chill out. You got to screenshot the post, repost it, tag me and some friends, whatever. I did the whole spiel. And I remember I posted it at night. I went to sleep, woke up the next day. My IG blew up, bro. I gained like 5,000 followers. Like, shit just going crazy. I'm getting hella subscribers. And then I get a phone call. They're like, hey, is this Donald? I'm like, yeah. Like, this is UCF NCAA compliance office. We saw your post. First and foremost, just take it down real quick. But then we got to investigate because it looks like you're making money on your channels. So can you come into our office and talk about things? And basically, they just uncovered everything. I told you they asked me if I was making money or not.
Right.
I was like, nah, hell no, I'm not making no bread. But then they kind of told me if I was making money, my whole team would have to forfeit games. And I fuck with them. They was my boys, my brothers and shit. So I'm not going to put them in that position. So I ended up telling them. They investigated my whole channel, my social media, Instagram, every comment, like everything. They turned every fucking stone over, bro. And basically told me, hey, like, the worst part is they edged me the whole time because they were the middleman between me and the NCAA.
Yep.
So I talked to compliance talked to NCAA, they talked to them, and it was back and forth for like 6 weeks. And after every meeting, they'd be like, oh, it sounds like they're going to let you play. It's going to be good. You're going to be good. You're not ineligible. Nigga, the last meeting we had, they brought me in the room, and it was the compliance lady that's been helping me and then like a football operations guy in there. And I could just tell the vibe. Like, they just look like...
This is in all black.
Yeah, for real. They like the Grim Reaper, man.
No, bro.
So I walk in there, like, have a seat. We're going to just get to it. We talked to the NCAA, and they said you either have to delete your channels, donate all the money back and all that in order to play, or you can keep doing YouTube, but you're basically ineligible. And at the time, I was mad, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't do nothing this whole time.
Well,
like,
I was going to ask that, bro, because, like, how old are you there? 17, 18, 19?
I was like 18, 19. No, like 19.
19. So did you have, like, dreams or expectations of where you wanted, like, your YouTube channel to go?
To
like,
be honest, bro, I had no idea what was possible from the YouTube
right,
stuff,
so that's
bro.
what I'm saying. So football was, like,
Football was, football
thing.
was my dream.
And now you're told no.
Yeah, pretty much.
That shit's got to be.
The only idea I had of what was possible on YouTube is that I did a couple videos that got some traction or whatever, and these dudes, they was like Madden gamers. They had like 100,000 subscribers at the time, and I'm like, damn, you a celebrity, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I probably had like 4,000 or 5,000, if that. And I just seen them. They was driving a nice car. Like, they was telling me, bro, like, we make good money on YouTube, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shit, nigga, sign me up. Where do I, you feel me? So I collabed with them, and I kind of learned a little bit about YouTube, but I didn't know the potential. I didn't know what could come of this. I didn't know people could do this as a full-time job. Like, I didn't know it could change your life.
Yeah.
I was just doing it because I loved creating content. Ever since I was little, bro, my dad had a little video camera, so subconsciously I feel like it's been engraved in my head.
Yeah.
So I just love making content, bro. And the fact that I was here, I was able to give people perspective on my life. College sports, I was able to motivate kids because I'd make videos and shit. Even I'd do videos where I go in an indoor and maybe I'm not having a good day. I'm missing kicks and shit. And like, I'd put all that in the videos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, like the difference between greatness and someone who quits is you quit.
Yeah.
I could just be in here and be like, man, fuck this shit, I'm done.
Yeah.
Or I could figure out what's going on and come in here with a better mindset next time and be better.
Right.
So people was like motivated from the content. People was like, man, I didn't even know UCF was as cool. Like, I want to go to school now, this and that. So it was positive stuff always. I knew I was an athlete, so I couldn't represent myself the wrong way online. So
yeah, it makes no sense, bro.
I didn't know what I could do. And then next thing you know, they telling me, look, it's either football or YouTube. You got to make a choice. And we've been investigating for 6 weeks. You got to give us an answer right now, today, before you leave this room.
I can't imagine I'd have chose football, me.
Yeah,
but
everybody would have.
Everybody would, yeah. And when you chose YouTube, did you feel like, all right, I'm like, this ain't gonna be as good as football, but I love it?
Bro, I had no idea.
Like, I'm not going to be as successful as I thought I was. Because, like, in football, I'm assuming your aspirations are NFL, right?
For sure,
of course, right?
For sure.
And obviously, everyone thinks that life in the NFL is the best life. It's not bad.
My thought process to that was there's other options for me to keep playing football. If I do YouTube, like, I don't have to just quit football entirely. Like, there's other avenues. I could do CFL and shit like that. In my head, you know, I'm always an optimistic dude, sometimes blindly delusional. I'm like, shit, fuck it, I'm still gonna get to the league, you feel me? So I was thinking, I gotta strike while the iron's hot. Like, my channel is on an uptrend. I'm gaining hella followers. I'm almost at 100K right now. I'm making a little bit of money. Like, and during the whole time they were investigating me, they was giving me media coverage. So once the news came out that I might be ineligible, that shit hit like New York Times, ESPN. I'm getting interviews and all this shit, and I'm just seeing the ticker going up. More and more subscribers, people seeing my shit.
I think it was
so
like Pardon the Take I seen you on.
Yeah, I went on, bro. I'm still a college student. I'm going on interviews and shit. I'm like, damn, I'm kind of famous now, man.
Yeah. We up now.
We up. So they told me I got to make that choice before I leave the room. And I think I was back and forth a lot, bro. And I had conversations with a lot of people. And I was definitely leaning towards doing YouTube. But when I just got put on the spot like that, I just got angry, bro. Like I kind of shut down. I was like, man, fuck y'all. Like, y'all fucking me over right now. I'm picking YouTube. Like, I don't want to be a part of this shit. So it's kind of like an impulse in the moment. And I told him, I'm done. I'm out of here. Like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, fuck y'all. I'm done. Walk out the door, bro. And I promise you the parking lot was like right up the street. And before I even got back to my car, I see my phone light up with a notification from Twitter. Donald Delahaye, deemed ineligible from the NCAA. So it's like, as soon as I left that room, they just sent the text and then boom, blasted that shit out, bro. I'm like, damn, these niggas ain't give a fuck. And then as that shit came out, my head coach called me. And during this whole thing, like I said, he's a player's coach. They were supportive, but they kind of turned on me a little bit because they was like, look, bro, like, Now you got NCAA snooping through this bit. Like,
saying that, yeah.
They poking their noses in here, looking through this and that. And, like, I don't know what they got going on, what the coaching staff had going on. Maybe some type of weird recruiting shit. I don't know because they did turn the program around. But they probably didn't want NCAA finding out what was going on.
Yeah,
so they brought me in a meeting. Hell no. They brought me in a meeting, and every coach was in the room, bro. And they had one sole chair in front of the head coach's desk and everybody else behind me. And they're like, man, we fucking told you to stop doing that shit. I'm like, no, y'all didn't. Y'all was loving it. It's like, listen, bro, we can't support you. You on your own. You got to fight this battle on your own. Like, we can't help you. So at that time, I kind of knew what time it was with them.
I just think that's a tough thing to go through at that age.
Bro,
you know what I mean? Like,
it was bad because, again, like, during this whole it was kind of
essentially the end of your career if you don't, like, or they're trying to.
I was doing my videos, then they found out, and it was like a 6-week timeline where shit was in the air, and they got stopped going to camp and shit. Like, they had a camp going on, workouts and shit. I stopped showing up. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to play. I stopped going to class, like everything. And I had a meeting with my guidance counselor, and she's like, look, whatever you end up picking, just know if you leave, like, you are a grown man at that point. Like, there's no more holding your hand because we feed you, we house you, we help with your tutoring, your classes, all this shit. If you leave, all that shit is on you. Yeah. And, like, that shit hit me. I started breaking down. I was crying in there. I was like, fuck, like, what do I do, bro? Like, this money cool, this money smooth, but it's gonna last. Yeah. Is this little 2 bands worth giving up my $40,000, $50,000 a year scholarship? So I ended up making a decision, and my head coach, that nigga called me, like, before I even got back to my dorm room. He's like, hey, man, listen, I heard you got deemed ineligible. I want to wish you best of luck, but we going to need that dorm room. We got other players that we need to take care of.
Appreciate you, but get the fuck out.
He said you got 2 days to pack your bags, pack your stuff, and turn your keys in. I'm like, damn, this how they do you? So that was my first experience with the business of football.
I mean, that's a good one.
Like, fuck.
Like, that's got to be the lowest point there, for
bro.
sure.
And, like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I promised my parents, look, after I leave for college, I'm not coming back home. So there was no way I was going back home. My city is one of them cities where, like, if you make it out, you're lucky, you're blessed. Yeah. If you get stuck there after high school, it's over for you, bro.
Right.
So there was no way I was going back to the crib.
All right, so you get kicked out, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, that doesn't
put
the fire out in you to play football. Because I know that shit just, at least mine anyway, I can't put
it didn't. It didn't. I love football, bro.
Right.
So I kept working out, and obviously my content
brings me to my next
based.
question. I'm intentionally cutting you off.
Oh, go ahead. What's up?
We gonna keep playing or what? What we doing? How's that neck feel?
They don't even know what happened, bro.
Who doesn't know? Everyone knows you broke your neck, bro. I got people in Australia calling me about you breaking your fucking neck on a kickoff tackle.
Man,
you got to, twin. You know what I'm saying? Like, what a great story.
I know. It's, bro, I don't know. It's like,
he doesn't want to. I'm going to be putting immense pressure on him to try and make
pressure.
him do it.
Look, one thing about this podcast is we're going to try to be vulnerable. I'm going to try to get y'all a side of me that you guys haven't seen or heard.
Shoot you straight.
I'll be honest, and y'all going to always, know what the fuck I'm thinking about or what's going on. Obviously, without incriminating myself in any ways. But I think that one was an ego one because he came up to me talking shit pregame.
He got you, bro.
Talking crazy. Then the first kickoff, he kind of shook me a little bit.
They'd be fast, don't they?
Fuck no.
The little fucking returners be fast, bro.
So I was like, fuck no. And then I was mad because I'm supposed to kick a deep left, and that kickoff was more in the middle of the field. So I'm like, oh, nah, I got to go make something shake. So I seen Buddy going that way. I was like, I'm going to smack his ass when he gets to the sideline. And in slow motion, my head was down. It was terrible, but it went by so quick, bro, that I thought I had great form. I'm like, okay, I hit him good, this and that.
You don't have time to react.
The only thing I remember is running, my eyes closed, and I'm on the floor.
You hear the ringing noise.
My whole arm is numb. I get up to run off to the sidelines, and then Buddy pops up in my face, starts talking shit, and like, I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm here. I'm just talking my shit back.
Yeah.
So then after the ref blow the whistle, separate us, I'm walking off to the side. I'm like, hold on, something don't feel right. Like, when you sleep very bad on your neck,
bro,
and like you go to turn, you feel it kind of like cramping type of thing. Bro, I felt that the whole time, and it just kept getting worse and worse, and it felt like I had a fat ass heartbeat in my neck.
I didn't really see it, but everyone was like, "Oh, you seen D?" And then so I'd known you taking a hit. You came up to me and you was like, bro, I can't feel my toes. I was like,
bro, I don't feel right now.
I didn't want to like react like, hey, bro, that ain't good, but like, that ain't good, bro.
Luckily, it couldn't, luckily I got the good end of the stick because it could have been bad. I could have been paralyzed on the spot. But I only had a few fractures in my neck and shit like that or whatever. We don't get all technical, but bro, I came off to the sideline and I'm like, this don't feel right. I go to the trainer. He starts kind of feeling around, this and that. He's like, oh, no, you're good. Just put some Tiger Balm. You'll be all right. And in my head, I'm like, nigga, Tiger Balm ain't gonna fix this shit.
Gonna heal these bones.
I don't know what it is, bro. And like, I played the rest of the game, and just as time kept going, I kept hurting and hurting and hurting, bro. Like more and more. And like I told you, I had the little ankle injury, so I was off like 1,000, maybe 1,500 milligrams of Advil. So I know if I'm feeling something, it's something for real going on, bro. So I'm on the side getting warmed up, and the way the game was looking, it was like I had to probably kick a game winner or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there trying to put the ball on a tee, and usually I just bend down like this, put it down. But I was like, bro, I can't even do that. I had to like squat, keep my neck all the way up, put the shit down, and even when I'm kicking, I'm feeling it. I'm like, bro, something is off, bro.
Yeah.
I don't feel right. So whatever, I ended up had to do one more kickoff after that. It was like a squib. Thank God it wasn't nothing crazy. And then I ended up going to the doctor 3 days later. He said my neck's all fucked up. So I had to sit in this cast. I had to stay in this little neck brace.
Oh, I remember.
Big ass, fat ass shit.
I remember.
And I'll be real with y'all, bro. I don't know if I'm superhuman or what it is, but I was supposed to wear it for 3 months. I wore that bitch for a week.
3 hours.
I wore that bitch for a week. I was like, look, if I'm not doing nothing where I'm moving too much, like whatever. But to this day, I do wish I at least wore it for a month, because even now I'm like 90%. When I move my neck certain ways, I still feel it. Maybe I just need to get.
So have you been kicking though? When was the last time you kicked the football?
A couple weeks.
And how are we feeling good?
Yeah.
Here's my thing, man. Look, you 0 for 0 on field goals.
I know.
0 for 1 on tackles.
I know. Nah, I hit him. Shit.
He did get the tackle. Yeah, did get the tackle. We just need a field goal, gang.
The kickoffs was looking. It's funny.
Kickoffs were unreal.
Them boys hyped my shit up. They made a whole highlight.
Everybody wanted to see a field goal so bad.
Oh, bro. I know. And it was a couple times where I'm like, why don't we kick this? But coaches make their decisions. They do what they do. So But now I do want to get one under my belt though.
Bro, those games.
No, the games were amazing, bro.
The games.
That's one thing. The games were amazing. It's like no other feeling. Running out that tunnel, bro. Like everything.
Games, bro.
Even the shitty ass bus rides, bro.
Yeah.
Like, even that was cool, bro.
It's fun.
Like, I'm with the homies, I'm with the bros. Like, we all about to take this journey
that
together,
part's great.
man.
The camaraderie with the teammates, in my opinion, has always been what is the best thing about sports. But that 3 hours on game day, bro.
That was great, bro. It was great.
I can go that.
It's like the best Wiz Khalifa you ever had. Like, the best feeling.
It is, bro. How I would describe it is like I get on that field, bro, and you've seen it.
Yeah.
And I leave everything behind.
He's very passionate, yo.
I'm entering into a bubble to where outside of that bubble, nothing outside matters. I don't think about, obviously, you've seen me crash out. I don't think about repercussions. Like,
you're just passionate, bro. You locked into this craft for 3 hours. The outside
well,
world
I just
doesn't
go,
matter.
right? Like, all I want to do is beat the fuck out of the other team. Like, not win. I want to beat them so bad, and I want to punch so good to where, like, everyone knows, like, bro,
the other punter feel like quitting. Yeah. You said that a couple times before the game. He's like, bro, I'm about to make this nigga quit. Yeah. They didn't say the N-word. I said it.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm about to make this man quit.
Didn't say all that. But no, I mean, yeah, that's the mindset I have, and it goes back to like the Tyrann Mathieu thing and just the coaches I've had along the way. Tomlin's another one. Like, bro, all I want to do in game day is my job the best I can, and I know 100%. I've been gifted like from above with the talent to punt well, and I just want to go and do that. So when I'm on the field, bro, like I lose my mind, bro. You've seen it
in the moment,
Like it's so hard for me to control myself because. I'll be 3 years
sober.
Boy. I'll be 3 years sober in December, right? So I've done a lot of work.
Clap for him real quick.
I've done a lot of work like on myself and self-help and shit. So I'm constantly like 24/7 trying to like keep myself in check so I don't act like how I act on the football field in real life, because that's what I used to do, bro. But the football field,
D1 crash out.
The football field, bro, I can't, like, it's just, I don't hold anything back, and I probably should a little bit. I'm gonna work on that this upcoming year.
I don't think so, bro.
Nah, it can definitely be directed.
The only time I was a little scared is when you and Rex started fighting.
We
on the
said
sideline.
scared.
I wasn't even scared.
I
but
love
it's like,
Rex, bro.
I'm the young one in the group. We got veteran Brad. We got veteran Rex.
I gotta be
and then you got me. This is my first year in organized football and everything. And these two, my OGs, basically fighting on the sideline. So I'm like, shit, what do I do?
Disagreement.
I'm sitting here looking like this.
Yeah.
I'm watching a tennis game. I'm like, bro, we good, y'all.
Well,
boys,
here's my
we
thing.
good.
Here's what I'll say on that is, bro, you've seen the level I hold myself
100%.
to. Like, very high
100%.
standards. I think every punch should be 60-yard net, no
100%.
return. I think every time the punt team or field goal team goes out on the field, we should execute and put our team in a better position than when we
100%.
got on the field. And so I require that, or I expect that out of everybody that's on the
100%.
field. Like, I know that there's nothing special about me, right? I don't have.
I mean, you can boot the fuck out of the ball.
But like
that's
a lot of people can boot the fuck out of the ball,
Yeah.
right? I'm just a regular good punter, right? There's nothing special about that. I think everybody should hold themselves to a fucking level. Like, bro, I'm not letting this man in front of me fucking do anything that he wants to.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's not the case, you know, like people take a play off here or there. And like, obviously I get it, bro. Linebackers are playing so many fucking plays. You might not even take the play off on punt, but you ain't going as hard as you did on that 3rd and fucking 1.
Yeah, because you might have to line up on defense or something.
But me, this is my only fucking
Just
play,
like,
bro.
yeah.
I'm gonna die out here if I have to. Like, and that's the mindset I have with it. And bro, the way I look at football games is I don't look at them as opponents, like they're enemies, right? And I think this might just be coaches I've been with and certain players and teammates I've had. But like, you're not an opponent, bro. Fuck you. I'm not your friend. I'm not shaking your hand. Well, that might be controversial, but like,
hey, you gotta dap them up after the game.
I'll see you in the off season. If I'm your friend like that, like I'll see you in the off season and we'll talk. But like now, bro, during the season, we're enemies. You're trying to take what I want. I'm trying to take what you want.
That's a good
fucking
mindset.
like. I mean, I don't know if it's a good mindset or not. That's
No,
just
it
the
is.
reality of how
at the end of the day,
is.
it's a performance-based job. It's a performance-based position. So
I mean, I haven't shook hands after a game in fucking years.
straight
bro.
to the locker room.
Yeah,
Out of there. See your son and then to the locker room.
Yeah, of course. But that's my whole thing on it, bro. Is like we are enemies. I want to kill you.
I'll be real, twin. I don't know if I want to play again though. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. One thing I will say is that my YouTube slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
At the time, you know, obviously it pays my bills. It pays my family's bills.
He hurting for money if you can zoom in on the watch and the chain and shit.
I thought about pawning it in after the UFL.
He let me get out of here, man.
So it's not that I'm hurting for money, but I have such
You forget you showed me the little earnings page on your YouTube channel,
but
man.
I have a great opportunity that, you know, I'm gonna take advantage of that motherfucker. You feel me?
Yeah. No,
if I'm making good bread with YouTube and doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna juice that orange for every last drop that
as you should.
got. So
I just think
during
that
the season, it felt like, one, I was thrown out of my comfort zone in an environment I've never been in before. Two, the thing I know is suffering because of this new thing I picked up. I'm missing out on deals. Super Bowl happened and shit, like the deals ain't come in how I expected to.
Yeah.
Certain things was planned. Like usually around that time, I do my NFL tour where we go around city to city, do ones and stuff with the league. They pay for everything, blah, blah, blah. That shouldn't work out because I'm playing with the UFL. It was deals coming in. My manager's telling me, hey, this company wants to do this, that, blah, blah, blah. But we can't make it work because we don't have enough inventory content to put it into the, you feel me? So
I get it.
I missed out on a lot of bread.
I get
and
it.
as
That
we
shit ain't
both
picking
know,
back up right now?
now, hell yeah, it has, because I'm locked in.
Right, so
it's like,
here's what
you know what the UFL check talking about.
Bitch, yeah.
Let them know.
Huh?
It was 50 bands, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting 50K. I don't care if you starting quarterback, all pro, whatever, or if you the third string,
which is cool.
left tackle.
Like a lot of people work 12 months to get less
and you
than
get that in like
right?
three and something.
You're
months.
making amazing money for 12 weeks of work, bro. Doing playing a game, right? I get everything you're saying, bro. Like, I want you back, obviously.
I know.
Yeah, I had so much fun with you as a teammate.
I want to be back because it was a lot
You
of
got
fun.
to make a field goal. You didn't even get to kick a fucking
bruh.
field goal is my whole thing. How you going to sit down and talk to your children when you older? Dad played football. Let me see. And you showing them one clip of you breaking your neck.
You know, I'll be real. I'm gonna be real for a second. I think the reason I did the UFL thing and the reason I chased football so hard, I think it was like an insecurity. Because I kind of obviously I worked hard for my whole high school career, and then up in college, like my dream was always to play in the league. So, I mean, my identity was that. I made content about football, and I just think it was insecurity because when I got to college, I'm like, I'm going to the league. I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to get to the league. Then I'm seeing all these teammates get kicked off the team for like weed and all this other shit. I'm like, man, couldn't be me, nigga. You feel me? I'm going to go to the league. I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to get my grades. I'm going to do what I have to do on the field. And one day, I don't know how, but I'm going to get to the league. In the sophomore year roll around, ineligible. You out of there. I'm homeless for 6-7 months, sleeping on a homie couch, just doing the content. I'm like, all right, I still might have an opportunity. I know I'm good enough. I know I have the leg. I just need the right opportunity to make it happen. I go to the CFL. That shit was terrible. They brought in 4 kickers to compete for the job.
Yeah.
When you ever heard of that camp?
Yeah.
4 kickers. The rules are all different. It's cold. I'm out of my comfort zone. They put me on P Squad, but while I'm on P Squad, they're like, oh, can you do this social media post? Can you do this? Can you do that? So they basically just use me for clout at that time. Bro, they Instagram gained like 100,000 fucking followers.
Shout out San Promise.
You feel me? The D fit. But then like this whole time I'm not playing football, in my head I'm watching kickers, I'm going out to the field, I'm doing my thing. I'm like, bro, I can do this at that level, and I could be better than a lot of these people. So I think it was like an insecurity that I kind of wanted to fulfill within myself to show that I'm good enough, prove to myself like I could do this. I could compete with the best of them. Then I get picked up. Shout out Bridge, shout out the Brahmas. And I ain't gonna lie, when they told me I'm competing against Matt Amendola, I was nervous.
Twin, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even know if I've said this to you.
It's cool.
Me and Rex were in there, and I hadn't done enough research on Dola, and I hadn't seen y'all kick yet. And I said, D got his hands full.
Hey,
I said, D got his hands full because I didn't know what to expect. Like, I said, man, it's gonna be interesting.
I thought that, bro, trust me.
I got to give it to D, bro. Like, he did a great job, and not just kicking. Like, obviously, what we were all questioning was like, all right, what's it gonna be like a practice with all the I don't care about that shit. Me, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But teammates
I made sure
don't
I
like
focused,
that.
bro.
You were very respectful, very good, very professional. So you deserve credit for that.
I was nervous coming in, and the thing is, me and Dola was homies. Like,
being in competition as a kicker or punter is very, very weird, bro. Because like we said earlier, all the rest of the team is in meetings, practice, workouts. So the specialists are always together, and there's not many of us. Maybe 3 or 4, maybe 4, right?
It's
4 or 5.
Group. Yeah.
And 2 of those dudes are going dogs, one bone.
Yep.
Right? Like, and so it's fucking weird, bro. And like you said, I've told you, like, there's mental games, like, played 24/7.
It's little things, like,
the littlest,
like
wearing his T-shirt.
He gave me one of his T-shirts before camp started. Like, I wore that bitch, especially if I had a good day and he didn't do good. I'd throw the Dola T-shirt on.
And I wasn't helping the situation. I was egging the shit. I will say this, bro, not even in defense, but like, getting cut is not fun.
Oh no, I know,
right?
I know.
Like,
I feel for him.
I don't play about that shit because that can ruin people's lives. Like, my lowest point, bro, ever was when I got cut from the Giants in 2018, bro. That shit
hurt.
Yeah, and like, I deserve to get cut, but like, that shit put me on a dark path that you know about.
Yeah.
And I said a bit earlier about my sobriety, but that shit put me on a dark path. And so like, getting cut, bro, especially as a punter kicker, like that shit, you can.
There's only so many jobs,
acting
bro.
out of character real quick. Yo, bro, there's only 32 jobs. A lot of people, I don't know if they know, bro. There's punters, kickers, and snappers in the NFL 32. For sure, right? Even UFL, but NFL. Let's just talk about. It's a unique position in the respect that there is no backup.
Nope.
Every other position has a backup or 2.
Multiple, yeah.
If a kicker goes down or if a punter goes down, like we saw in the Pittsburgh Steelers game week 1, there is nobody.
The kicker had to go out and punt.
The kicker had to go out and punt.
Yeah.
So 32 jobs in the world, that's it. And it's not like every year all those 32 jobs are coming available. It may be 5. That's a high number. Yeah. So it's like 3 to 5 jobs every year are becoming available to earn to keep. But yeah, and I don't know how many more years I'm gonna be doing it for.
Yeah, what's the old story with you? Why are you there so long?
No, I'm definitely actively and have been actively since I got out of treatment. trying to get back in the NFL. And last year I got back in with the Steelers. I've always had a great relationship with everybody at the Steelers. Still text and call coaches over there very, very often. So last year their punter got hurt, which presented an opportunity for me to go in and fill in for 3 weeks when he was hurt, or 2 weeks when he was hurt. And then, like I said earlier, just freak unlucky accident this weekend. Cam Johnson was their punter. They went out and got. He's an unbelievable punter. One of the best in the league.
He's Aussie too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tore his ACL, bro. And so he's done for the year. So
job opened up.
Yeah, that obviously you never want that kind of stuff to happen, but it happened. So that presented an opportunity to where I thought, I'm going to be considered and get a phone call. And unfortunately that didn't happen for whatever reason.
They brought the other people in.
Yeah,
they brought 4 people in?
No, they ended up bringing in 6 punters.
Damn.
And that, you do a workout there. It's kind of like one person goes and then they pick the best guy or whatever. But they brought in 6 punters and I didn't get called. So I was shocked, really. You know what it felt like, bro? You know when you found out Santa Claus wasn't real?
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know if you've been cheated on. I've been cheated on. But like, I was like, no. What? Because to me, like, I love the Steelers, bro. Like, I love the people there. My experiences there. And I only played there for like a year and some change. Right, but my experiences there were like no other. So as much as I want to be mad at them, I can't. They like that bad bitch in the room that you can't stop looking at. You know what I'm saying?
She got a boyfriend right now. She got a man.
Yeah,
she just started dating somebody, my boy.
Yeah, but if she looked this way, I'm biting. I'm jumping. But no, so that obviously what that tells me is if the Steelers don't even call me, then
yeah, it's because you had your foot in the door with them.
Yeah.
Other organizations,
other teams, I don't really know like that.
What about the Giants? They ain't gonna.
They not calling me back. I love. Shout out New York. I wish I could go back there, but I don't think they'll bring me back. No one's fault but my own, right? But yeah, so I don't know, like that obviously tells me something that it may be through for the NFL, but you never know, right? Like, I'm definitely going to do the UFL this coming season. Whether that's the last time I go out or not, I don't know. I'll kind of reassess after, but I'm definitely going to punt again in a game and plan on fucking.
Hey, for all we know, I might too, bro.
You got it. Here's why I want you back, because you too good, bro. Like, you obviously are talented, and I know that you just want to show that.
I know, bro.
And not show it just for nobody, but like you deserve to be able to showcase that.
And the fact that I wasn't able to, you feel me, make a field goal.
I know I stole all the light from you on your first field goal. Threw a fucking touchdown.
Punt, man. Now that's on me. I should have banged the first shit,
but
it wouldn't count
I
anyways.
appreciate that, my boy. Good luck.
My dog got a little fake punt. We lined up to kick a 58-yarder.
Fake field goal.
Fake field goal. Lined up to kick a little 58-yarder, got iced right as I went and kicked it. And then coach said, let's run a fake. And then that boy threw a little touchdown, boy. Run the clip,
gotta run that clip. That shit is fire.
Threw a touchdown, man.
58 is some kind of leg. And now look at this. They're going to motion here on 4th down and 11. And the punter, Brad Wing, takes the snap. He wants to throw. Brad Wing lofts it downfield, and it's caught to the goal line. Touchdown!
Touchdown, man. So,
but I'd love to have you back as a teammate, bro. But I know you got to think about it.
I'm in the middle, bro. Because
I know. I'm gonna keep putting pressure on you.
And again, I don't do things in life for the money, because I feel like I'm good. I'm taken care of. But if there was like a happy medium between, and then it goes back to I don't want to be a selfish guy on the team. I don't want to be a me guy. But if there was a happy medium between me not having to be there all the damn time, bro.
Boy just want to show up on game day.
Not even, bro. I come to practice and do what I got to do, but it's
do the field goal period.
It's days where I got to show up and there's no special teams or we're just fucking around.
But I'm saying I feel like now we can plan better for that. Now that you know what's coming, like I don't think it'd be as much of a wrench in the works for your YouTube stuff. That's what I was gonna say. I had so much fun. Like, I felt like that. Obviously, the fun you have, in my opinion, being a specialist, is a direct representation of, like, your group.
100%.
Right?
100%.
And so the group we had, me, you, and Dee,
me,
you, and Rex, that shit was fun,
It was cool, and we was all roommates and shit. Like, we'd all,
That shit was fun. Because usually, there's no... We're not big fans of stereotypes, but...
Kickers are lame, bro. Kickers and punters. I'm going to be keeping it a buck.
First.
Usually, they're not, like... the coolest guys on the team, and like I feel like we have personalities that match more like
fun,
skill
bro.
players and stuff.
Yeah,
You feel
it was
me?
fun.
It was fun.
Oh, I'm
bro.
a corner in my head.
I'm a receiver,
You
bitch.
feel me? And a quarterback. Really, I play both ways.
Hey, you did have the
what I'm
best passer rate in the UFL,
But
bitch.
I'm a white punter in reality. So.
Yeah.
So.
Damn. We're gonna see. You might break me down by the end of this. Who knows, man?
Every single time we sit down to
better
do this,
ahead.
I'm gonna pressure you into it.
It's
So.
gonna be 20-some
How many
episodes
weeks?
of podcast
20
every
episodes
time.
of me. We'll
So
get
what?
him.
We playing twin? What
We'll
we
get him
doing?
by the end of it. Don't worry about it, boys.
We're gonna see, man. So yeah, that's pretty much what this podcast is gonna be, y'all.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a lot more of this, man. We're gonna have other guests.
We got
on
a lot
here.
more stories, too.
Oh, we got a lot, bro. We got a lot of
days.
stuff. And just wait, bro. The first episode is never the greatest, even though I think this was very good.
Yeah.
The first episode's never the greatest. We're gonna loosen up.
Y'all
Y'all
some
need to
guests
get to
on.
know
You
us.
gonna flex your
some
little
guests.
YouTube clout and shit.
Yeah,
Get some,
you got more clout than
nah.
me. That boy was
Who?
in a Nicki Minaj music
no.
video.
I need
that
you to
boy
get,
be
like-
with Drake.
I need
That
you
boy be
to
with
get
O.
like who could we get?
Let us know in the comments some
Yeah.
guests y'all would like to see, man, and
Yeah,
we'll try our very best. No guarantees,
I'm over here
but
thinking
you know.
about shorties. I'm tripping. Yeah.
We're trying to- hey, we could get them on here too. You feel me? It don't matter.
I
We
need
can
your
get
little-
anybody,
Need your little
sports,
clout.
celebrities, business people, whatever. There's no, you feel me? There's no
I'm with it.
guideline to it. It's gonna be. We just gonna sit down and talk. We just kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
Just kick it, baby. That's what I'm saying. You can't name your fucking podcast "Let's Kick It"
Let's
and
Kick
never
It,
kick a field
yeah.
goal. And we can end it on that.
All right, y'all boys, that wraps it up for this episode. This is the first episode of Kicking It with D. We had Brad Wing in the building. We had a great conversation. Kicking It is going to pop out every Thursday during the NFL season. Make sure y'all watch and subscribe to the Kicking It YouTube channel. Listen and subscribe wherever y'all get y'all podcasts. Tune in. Y'all are family. Y'all are homies. So we expect to see you next time. And a reminder, Kicking It is brought to you by our friends at Sleeper, the #1 fantasy football app in the world, Craig. Make sure y'all download that. Make sure y'all click the link below and get Sleeper. Thank you to Sleeper. Thank you to our producers. Thank you to everybody who had something to do with this podcast. Thank you to Brad for popping up, man.
Bro, I just thought a good thing about me not being in the NFL is I can bet on that shit. I want to
That
get in.
boy gonna go
Bro,
on Sleeper
I want to
now.
get in on them old,
That boy
anytime
gonna get on
TDs,
Sleeper,
baby.
man.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
NFL season's
No,
on,
don't
so
gamble unless it's a lock. You feel me?
I'm a gamble for sure. Even if you don't want to gamble, you can play fantasy on Sleeper.
Yeah.
They got news on there. They got community chats. They got all type of stuff. I'm in the fantasy league.
They
so
got all
I'm
the works.
locked in with that, man.
Everything
Make sure
you
y'all
need.
follow us on the gram. Me at Deestroying, him at Brad Wing. That's your gram, right?
Brad Wing 9.
Brad Wing 9. He still got the number in his shit. Make sure y'all follow the podcast on socials, and we'll see y'all next Thursday. Peace out, y'all.
What's up?